Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. My name is Muhammad Zulfi Zarik bin Azhar from Fashion Department. Today, me and my friends want to make some critique from that video review from why we need kitchen table conversation for family future. A kitchen table conversation refer to an open, honest and personal discussion that takes place in a relaxed familiar setting, often around the kitchen table. Unlike formal meetings and structured dialogues, this conversation allow people to speak freely, express their feelings and share their thoughts in the comfortable environment. They are important because they create space for genuine connection, deeper understanding and meaningful communication among family members, friends or even small community groups through simple, everyday address important issues together.
My name is Muhammad Akil Nasran bin Ros Faisal from Jewelry Department. Today I want to explain about why we need kitchen table conversation for family future.
Okay, for the first point is vocal delivery. The speaker, because voice tone is mostly clear and confident, he speak at the moderate pace, which is make the content easy to follow. There is a good variation in intonation when the emphasize important point, his speech and volume rise, helping to highlight those moments and keep the audience attention. His articulation is generally good, words are pronounced clearly, which is increase his credibility and ensure the message is understood. He also used appropriate pause between points. The pause help to give the listener to time to absorb information, and they also make his speech feel more deliberate. Okay, for the suggestion, at a few moments, the voice volume could be slightly more projected, especially when making key statements, to ensure that all parts of the audience would be hear him well. He could include more vocal dynamic, like softer moments for reflection or more dramatic increase for major declaration to make the delivery more emotion completely.
My 4 point is appearance. The presenter looks very professional in terms of clothing. The choice of clothes or outfits give a neat impression, and it's the atmosphere of the video helping establish credibility. The colors of the clothes are also too flashy. This is good because it does not distract in the audience from the message being conveyed. The presenter's hair and grooming are also very good. This shows that he takes presentation seriously and appreciate audience. The lighting and background of the video support his appearance well. A natural or clean background will help to highlight the presenter more effectively. My suggestion to improve further, the presenter could consider clothing or colors that complement his skin and lighting, so that he does not wash out too bright and on camera. If the background is a bit busy, it may be more interesting to use a simpler backdrop to focus more on the presenter.
Okay, for the second point is eye contact. The speaker does a good job of establishing of eye contact with the camera, which is give a sense of connection with the audience. This help his message feel more personal and direct. He doesn't just stare in a one direction. Instead, he sniff his gaze naturally, which is prevents his delivery from feeling monotonous. His eye contact is especially effective when he is making important points. He look directly into the camera, in focusing trust and sincerity. Okay, for the suggestion, however, there are times when he gaze drifts slightly, perhaps his notes or to the side. Reducing that drift could strengthen his engagement with the audience. To future improve, he could use stage movement more strategically. For example, using the speaker triangle technique, which would allow him to change his zone of interaction and make eye contact with different areas of the audience.
Facial expression throughout the video, the presenter facial expression are quite expressive and appropriate to the content when they discuss. When he's talking about important points, his face look more serious. This gives gravitas. There are also moments of a smile or a lighter expression when giving example or stories, which make the presentation feel more friendly and easy to accept. His facial expression are consistent with his voice in the end gesture. He show that they understand and appreciate the message being conveyed. My suggestion, however, there are some part where the expression feel a bit aesthetic, especially when discussing fact or data. Adding a little change in expression, such as raising eyebrow, frowning, or giving a small smile, can make the section more impactful. To increase authenticity, a presenter can practice in front of a mirror or record themselves practicing, so they are more aware of, because the right expression is important. Non-verbal communication. The use of a small but a meaningful micro expression front can also help to highlight real emotion without making them seem overly dramatic.
Points is gesture. His gestures are quite natural and support his verbal message. He used open hand gesture when explaining ideas, which is make him look more open and trustworthy. When making a point, he occasionally gesture towards the screen or visual aids, which help to direct the audience attention to relevant content. There is a clear synchronization between his speech and his hand. When his voice get more animated, his hand movement become more expressive. Okay, for this suggestion, I can tell, but sometimes his hand gesture feel like repetitive. For example, he often use the same outwards speed of open palms, introducing more variety such as pointing, closed hand gesture, or more suitable movement would make his non-verbal communication richer. He could also make better use a gesture for structure, using his hand to count point 1, 2, 3, or draw something, a shape in the air. When talking about framework or model, can help the audience follow along more clearly. Okay, for me, I think in summary, the speaker vocal
Point posture. The presenter demonstrates a strong and open posture, shoulder relaxed and standing firmly, which conversation impression of confidence. She uses space well. Occasionally, she moves slightly or change position, but not excessively. This helps maintain visual dynamics without distracting the audience. When emphasizing an important point, she may lean forward slightly. Non-verbal signal that show engagement and a desire to connect with the audience. My suggestion, however, there are times when she stands static for too long. Adding sub movement, such as small step, a weight shift, or a brief process, can make the presentation more lively and interesting. An open posture is good, no forearm, straight legs, but he could refine this aspect. For example, by using a power pose, neutral, open, defined, strong, to make movement more direct and meaningful when speaking. Also, make sure that the posture is adapt to emotional cues. When the topic is more serious, a firm posture, a slight lean in can add assertiveness, while when telling a story or giving like example, the posture can be more relaxed.
Okay, for the conclusion, in summary, the speaker vocal delivery is strong, clear, well paced, and varied, which is help him communicate effectively. His eyes contact is good and help build a connection with the audience. Through it can be tight for even more impact. His gesture are supportive and expressive, but could be diversified to avoid repetitive. Overall, the three communication elements combine to make a dynamic, stronger gaze discipline and wider gesture vocabulary. He could make his delivery even more compelling and polished.
My conclusion overall, the presenter appearance in this video is very professional, appropriate. His facial expression are lively and effectively convey emotion, and his body posture show confidence and engagement with a few improvements, such as expanding the variety of facial expression, adding a little more directly by movement, and perhaps refining the choice of clothing or setting. He could further increase the visual appeal and credibility of the video presentation.